Welcome to the third and final video on how to install ArchiveAide from GitHub and use it. Today we are going to be showing you how to use the ArchiveAide program. Yesterday we did look at the config writer in the previous video, and as well as the installation process. So I'm going to show you now how you would go about installing or using ArchiveAide. So in the previous video, we managed to get a number of scans and the configuration file created in the config writer program. And I've actually moved these just for demonstration to show you what you would use if you're using iOS notes or simply taking photos on iOS. I have moved all of the scans, all 8 of them, to the iOS Photos system, and I'm going to show you how you can get these into ArchiveAide and have them working. So you're going to want to open up the Microsoft Photos app. This is what it would look like, something like this. I click import and then your phone, and then we're going to scroll down and you can see it is these 8 items that we scanned. So we'll click add and then import to pictures. So if we open up just another File Explorer window and we go to pictures, you can see that, well, there's copies actually, but you can see that these 8 images are hold on. Because of copies, it's a little bit weird, but these 8 images are the images that we took on our phone. So what we need to do with these is move these into the ArchiveAide main folder. Also keep in mind, if you use Photos, Microsoft Photos, Office scans, if you use anything that is a well-designed program, odds are they're already going to be in the correct alphabetical order, but they are required to be in alphabetical order. As you can see, 0028 is in alphabetical order. So with all the other ones. However, if they're not in alphabetical order, that would become a problem. So if you are running your own program to generate these images, then that may be an issue there. But let's Control-C copy these images and then go into our ArchiveAide install, code ArchiveAide in, and then photos. And we're just going to Control-V copy them right in here. And as you can see, they are correctly sorted if we sort by name. And you can see that these are, in fact, the scans that we made. So from here, and also you can see that the CSV file that we've created, this is the correct info that we had in the previous episode of this tutorial. So at that point, you've done everything for ArchiveAide to run. It's very simple. You double click that bat file, run ArchiveAide, and you're given some start options. So there are 4 main programs of ArchiveAide: the sorting, the computer vision, the AI summaries, and the main data file creation. So sort will simply sort them. OCR, optical character recognition, will simply read them, but you do have to run sort first. Summarize will take from the OCR, and you also have to sort as well. So sort and OCR before you do summarize, and that will give you a summary of everything generated by an AI, and locator will add all of this data to the main file, so that also does require the previous 3. So for that reason, I highly recommend, unless you have a specific use case or you're specifically thinking about something with the speed of your computer running ArchiveAide, then you're almost always going to use all. So I would highly recommend do all, and this will start launching. So one thing about performance, this is written in Python. So as you can see, it does take a little bit to initialize the setup. Once it's actually initializing the process, it runs pretty fast. It also heavily depends on your computer's hardware. There's no dedicated server for this. It's happening locally on your machine. So I currently am recording this on a hybrid laptop. So as you can see, the OCR is running rather slowly, all things considered, and the summary will run even slower because I don't have a GPU in this computer. If you do have a GPU in an NVIDIA GPU, you can use CUDA, which is the process that would massively speed up the summarizer by using the GPU processes. So you would use this requirements text file instead of the requirements text file that we used in the previous install. But as you can see, again, it takes quite a second to initialize every program. But I will be back when this has completed. All right, well, that finished up relatively quickly, actually, after I expected, after I closed the recording. But this is what it will look like when you're completed. So you can see the summary and the OCR have progress bars, so you can see where they're at the time. You just press any key to continue, and that will just exit for you. So let's see what it did. So let's go to code, ArchiveAide, and out. So as you can see, it's sorted correctly. Boxes, folders, 1, 1, 2. As we remember, it was 5 distinct documents, so that is correctly sorted. And then we can go in here. As you can see, this is just image 1. If we actually go over here, you can see image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Yes, 4. And then let's open this PDF with Adobe PDF Reader. The Chrome PDF Reader is a little bit weird in some cases here. I don't really, whoa. Adobe PDF Reader also a little bit weird in some cases as well. But if we, for instance, copied everything, I don't really know what the function is. But as you can see, we get the truth about city water plant summary, etc. You just copy that. It's under, again, this is, sometimes you see weird stuff come out of this Adobe PDF Reader or in Chrome PDF Reader, but that text is actually backing right here as well, so you don't have to worry. You can click, but yeah, as you can see, the truth about the city water plant, for instance, that is the right there. And then we could look at the summary, which will tell us a little bit about the city water plant. This, I think, is formatted a little weird, but it does tell us the basic information, and you could theoretically put that in a search engine or something similar. Even in more detail, let's look at this locator file. It will give all of this data, and you can see that it is a CSV. So if we open this with, for instance, Excel or some similar program, it would show that in a line, and then this is great data that you can format however you'd like to put in a search engine, to put in, to have this data as a file. It's called locator because it would help you figure out like what specifically you're looking for and where that is in a physical stack like the one I have on my left. And that will all function. The OCR is at about 99% accuracy rate, given a good image. If your images are a little bit weird, or the PDFs are made in kind of a gross fashion, it's usually due to quality issues with your initial images. So even though you may be able to read it, a machine might have trouble. If there's, for instance, a lot of like random dots and shadows everywhere, that might cause some problems with your particular image and the computer vision of it. Of course, the summaries are built off of that computer vision text, so if the text is weird, the summary will be too. So, this is why I particularly love the Microsoft 365 app. The document filter is great at trying to like cut down on as much of that as possible. The Apple Notes app filter also does that, but you have to make sure it has a good lighting basically in whatever setup you're going to use. With that, thank you for watching all of the ArchiveAide tutorials. I have been Nicholas Pizzo. If you have any questions or issues with the program and you watch through all of these tutorials, then you may add a issue on the GitHub. Keep in mind, I am a full-time student and I will get back to you as fast as I possibly can, but that may be relatively slow. All right, and that is it from me. Thank you.